breaking news, coming in right now. The United States has announced new sanctions targeting top Iranian officials as international pressure mounts over Iran's violent crackdown on nationwide protests. According to U.S. officials, the latest sanctions focus on senior aides and close allies of Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, who Washington says are directly linked to decisions behind the ongoing repression. The move comes amid weeks of unrest across Iran, where demonstrations have erupted in multiple cities, fueled by anger over political repression, economic hardship, and alleged human rights abuses. U.S. officials say the sanctions are designed to cut off access to global financial systems, freeze assets, and restrict travel for those accused of overseeing or enabling violence against civilians. Washington insists the measures are aimed at Iran's leadership, not its people. Human rights organizations report that thousands may have been killed or detained during the crackdown. However, confirming the true scale of the violence remains difficult, as Iran continues to enforce strict internet restrictions and communication blackouts. Speaking after the announcement, U.S. officials said the sanctions send a clear message: those responsible for human rights violations will be held accountable. The administration warned that further actions could follow if the situation on the ground does not improve. Iran has strongly condemned the sanctions, calling them illegal, hostile, and politically motivated. Iranian officials accuse the United States of exploiting unrest to weaken the country's leadership and interfere in its internal affairs. Tehran has also warned that continued pressure could provoke retaliatory measures, raising fears of escalating tensions between the two longtime adversaries. Meanwhile, reactions from the international community have been mixed. Some U.S. allies have voiced support for holding Iranian officials accountable, while others have urged caution, warning that sanctions alone may not stop the violence and could risk further destabilizing the region. Analysts say the key question now is whether sanctions can actually change behavior inside Iran, or whether they will harden positions on both sides. With diplomatic channels strained, military tensions simmering, and protests continuing despite the crackdown, the crisis appears far from over. The stakes are high, not just for Iran, but for the wider Middle East and global security. So tonight, the question remains: will new sanctions pressure Iran's leadership to change course? Or will the crackdown continue despite growing international condemnation? We are monitoring developments closely and will bring you updates as they happen. Stay with us. This is a developing story.